Dream 100 Business Show welcomes you to this episode wherein we focus on a very crucial yet often misunderstood concept, that is accountability. Well, in my consulting experience, I have seen that people have been assigned responsibilities for a particular role, but not many of them actually own the role. So let's dive into how these responsible leaders in teams can bring accountability to the forefront. So, what does it mean to be accountable? We all have heard this word many times, but living it is a different ballgame altogether. Responsibility is doing what you are supposed to do. Accountability is answering for it. Owning outcomes, whether positive or negative, is the heart of accountability. Now, why is this accountability very critical when it comes to responsible roles? Simply, when somebody is given a responsibility, it does not ensure that they are accountable. Accountability isn't about assigning blame, but ensuring that the right actions are taken to achieve a goal. A responsible person says that I will be delivering this by 8:30, but an accountable person sees to it that it is delivered at any cost, even beyond 8:30. He assumes the ownership and sees to it that the work is done. A responsible person says that we did our best, but an accountable person says that we have delivered it. So, now how to bring in accountability in leadership roles? First and foremost is setting clear expectation. We know that clarity breeds mastery. So, if your team doesn't know what is expected of them, accountability will become impossible. So, set clear, measurable goals so that everyone understands their role and the desired outcomes. And then, the second most important thing after setting a goal is that leading by example. If you want your team to be accountable, you must model that behavior first. If you want your team to be on time, see to it that you are on time first. Own your mistakes and show that accountability is just not about results, it's about transparency and integrity. Of course, accountability comes in only when there are regular check ins. Accountability needs nurturing. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. Regular check ins and constructive feedback helps ensure that team members remain focused and accountable throughout the journey. The next point is that see to it that you provide the resources and support. As Steve Jobs once said, it doesn't make sense to hire smart people and tell them what to do. We hire smart people so that they can tell us what to do. So provide the resources and autonomy they need, and they will rise to the challenge with accountability. And the most important thing is that recognize and reward accountability. Publicly recognizing those who take ownership of their roles can go a long way in fostering accountability. The deepest craving of human nature is the need to be appreciated, as William James said. So let's do it. Now, the next thing is that many of the people say that how to deal with a lack of accountability. So, what happens when someone in a responsible role isn't showing accountability? Communication should be the first tool. Open a dialogue, find the root cause, and work together to correct it. And discuss the need for transparency and addressing issues early to prevent long term accountability breakdowns. See to it that you create a culture of accountability where every member owns up to whatever role is assigned to them. Bring in the culture of accountability into your organization. Whenever people are not performing, let there be mutual feedback, and then go back to the step where you have set clear goals and ask those members, do you know what you are supposed to be doing? Ask them to tell, and sit with them and start scrutinizing whether the steps are followed. So when they are being scrutinized in such a way, then you know that if any steps are being skipped. I speak this from personal experience. We were closing leads, and suddenly we found that our leads were not getting converted. What we did was we went back to step zero, and we went through all the steps that we were doing in the previous closures, and we looked into what we were doing in this particular closures. Now we found that we were skipping step 3 and step 4 and directly jumping from step 1 to step 4. Thereby, the leads were not getting closed. When we went back to doing what we were doing earlier, we started seeing results. So be accountable. See to it that if anything is getting skipped, go back to square one and start scrutinizing. You will start seeing results. So, to wrap up today's episode, remember this: accountability is the glue that ties commitment to results. Holding people accountable is not like controlling them, it's about empowering them to succeed and take ownership for their actions. So, thank you for tuning into this episode of Dream 100 Business Show. Subscribe and share this episode with those who need a little bit extra push towards accountability. Until next time, lead with integrity and accountability. As usual, we are always waiting to hear from you. Do write in and share your thoughts. Thank you so much.